Good afternoon, YouTubers, and welcome to Bill's Allotment Diary. Right, something I don't normally do as a video. There's a lot of people who are doing experiments at the moment on YouTube, and one of the experiments that's being done is with the potatoes, where they're being cut in half or into smaller parts, and the eyes are being used to actually see whether they will grow, because a lot of people actually doubt that you'll get a good yield on it. I'm not going to do that, because I know for a fact many years ago my dad used to do exactly that thing. He used to cut potatoes so that he was using all the eyes, and he used to plant them, and we used to get a fairly decent crop out of them. I have done it myself in the past, and I have got a crop. Obviously over recent years, because seed potatoes are being pretty cheap, I've not needed to do that. However, they do seem to be going up in price like everything else, so you never know, those things might change at some time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do another experiment, and rather than trying to explain to you, I'm actually going to show you, so just bear with me. This is the experiment. I was in the shop the other day, and my daughter said to me, "Are you doing peas this year?" So I said, "Well, not really, because nobody ever seems to eat the peas that are grown, and they don't seem to like them." And she said, "Well, I do." I said, "So if you got some space, do you want to do some peas?" So then that got me to looking at the seeds on the gardening aisle, and there was a packet of seeds there, peas, and I picked them up, and I was walking along, as you do, thinking, right, I'll go and I'll do some peas. Went on to one of the aisles and saw the bigger peas, these bigger peas here, there, zoom, yeah. And anyway, basically, I have heard in the past that people have used these particular peas, or dried peas themselves, not particularly this brand, to actually grow a pea crop. So that's what I'm going to do this year. Right, what I've got, seed tray here, which is a bit of old guttering. Well, it's actually new guttering that was left over, and it's got the compost in it already. Got a bag of peas, as you can see, not opened, so there's no jiggly pokery in this. And what I'm going to do, just let me open it a sec, you can hear it being ripped, and there we go. Right, peas there. Now I know you're supposed to do 5-5-5, but I'm going to go like this. Right, so okay, so I know that they're a bit close, a lot of these are a bit close, so what I'll do is I'll just open them up a bit. I might even put some more seeds in this, okay, depending. Let's see what I've got here. It's a bit difficult doing this when you're holding the phone. Oh dear, let me just get this, right, so I've got my peas there. I'm going to put some more in there, because these peas were only 50p a box. I could have actually got an organic one, but they were a little bit more expensive. So still got some in there. Okay, now I know that these are dry. They look alright. So what I'll do now, just need to get the bucket, and I'm going to cover this over. So just bear with me, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, there's my busy mace there. Say hello, Dex. Dexter! Dexter! Come on, off there. Right, so basically what I've done, I've moved into the polytunnel. I'm going to do these in the polytunnel because there's more room here. So there's the gutter in with the seed compost in and the peas, as you can see. Move, Dexter, move, move. I don't want him to knock this over. I'm going to water it thoroughly the way you do. Saturate this. Okay, so a ton of water there on there. I've got no covering it right at the end, so unfortunately I'm going to have a lot of runoff. It's got some seeds obviously that are come back up to the surface, so just push them back down. Loads of water in there anyway, which is going to loosen them up. Move, Dexter. Okay, so that's all that done there. Right, so as I've said, so those peas now will be left in there. I'll water them. I'll water these at the same time, I think. Because it's pretty warm in the polytunnel today. Don't ask me what the temperature is in here. I don't know. Just get some more water. Now I know people talk about fresh water when you're doing seeds and stuff like that. And obviously people have a valid point on diseases in the water and stuff like that. But I'm of the opinion that when a plant is actually outside naturally, you don't actually get the choice. Dexter, come on, get off there, move. Thank you. They don't get the choice of fresh water or. Right, let's wet your head. Do you need a wet? Do you need the water? Do you need the watering down? Right. Right, that'll keep you cool, won't it? So yeah, as I say, getting back to what I was saying before Dexter so rudely interrupted me, they don't get the choice. Let's give that leek a bit of a water, I think, of whether they're going to get fresh water, as in tap water. So basically, I'm just going to use what nature gives you. Yes, it is collected in a water bottle, and Dexter's just decided to give this a bit of a knock, so I'll straighten that back up. Right, Dex, out. So there's me broad beans in there that I've done. So yeah, as I said, so I'm going to just give them a bit of water there. Just going to close up in here. It's Thursday afternoon. I was in work last night. I had a really bad evening at work. It wasn't a nice shift. Didn't have a very good sleep yesterday. Got 3 hours. So it just seems like no matter what's happening at the moment, everybody wants to have a little snipe or have a little something to say, which is really starting to cheese me off now. So I've got down to the allotments. I've had a couple of hours sleep this morning. I thought I'll come down here and have a bit of a chill out, and as soon as I'm coming down here, I have some idiot mouthing off at me when I'm actually coming down to the allotments. So as I say, I'm just getting really fed up with people at the moment. Let's get back to what we're talking about anyway. So there's the rhubarb that was planted in a few months ago. As you can see, that is doing absolutely brilliantly there. I think it may need to be split, that actually. I didn't split it this time, which I should have done. Let me have a look in here. Got all the fruit bushes starting to come, starting to bloom up, well, sprout, you know what I mean. Got some buds on there, and buds on there as well. So I've got the pond's doing well. One of the issues I do have, and I'm need to address with the committee is the plot on the other side here. As you can see, this is being paid for, but as you can see, all of this is being left to go to seed. It's not being cultivated or anything. This has not been worked on for quite some months, and this is starting to obviously grow. You're going to get the weeds coming up, and unless it's cultivated soon, you're going to have problems with the weed seeds invading my plot here. So I just need to speak to the committee, see whether that's actually in hand. So look what we've got over here. Got some chives in here. One of the guys was cultivating one of his new plots, and he offered those to me, the chives, so I'll probably split them when I've got a chance and put them down here. So those, anyway, getting back to things, because I know I'm starting to waffle on a bit now. The peas that I've done in there, if they do germinate, then they're going to go along the back here. I'm going to run a drill along here and plant them in there. I'll have the potatoes in front then in the buckets here. Along here I'm going to have the runner beans coming along this fence and just trailing along down there. I'm going to have the broad beans in front of the runner beans. I've decided in this area here I'm going to have potatoes in this bed. Now, depending on how things go, I may use this bed here for potatoes as well, but at this moment I'm in two minds of what I want to do with this bed. I've moved my path up along here because it does get a bit slippy there, so I've got that done there. This bed here, I'm actually going to be doing my sprouting. I've got fennel. I'm not sure whether they'll be alright in that soil, so I need to check, do a bit of a check up and see the best soil for the fennel and what have you. This bed here, I've actually used 2 of the bags of compost that I got, just put it over the top of the soil, and I've actually trampled it down so it's compacted, and I'm going to do some cabbages and cauliflower in this bed. It's not a very big bed, but we don't eat a lot of the cabbage or cauliflower anyway. I like them, but it's just getting around to cooking them. This bed here, I'm actually looking at possibly doing all my sweet corn in that particular bed this year. I did sweet corn at that end last year, but I'm actually going to use the whole bed, I think, for sweet corn this year. And obviously I've got my strawberries, which have actually started to spread out, and that's all I'm doing with this little area here. I'm actually going to be putting bulbs in here, flowers, and also let my strawberries just keep running. The older strawberries I'm not even going to take up, I'm just going to leave and just let that just overgrow with the strawberries and whatever else wants to grow there. So basically that's it on this particular plot. The other plot on the other side, which I don't know if you can see it over there. The sun's on us at the moment, but along here it's actually just covered at the moment with the netting, and that's protecting the onions and that. So anyway, as I've said, that's basically the plot. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Okay, thanks for watching.